Welcome back, everyone, to a new episode of Real Talk Atlanta, where we put the real
in real estate.
I am so excited for this episode. We're at the big 20th episode.
Yes. Oh my God. You too hype.
It's been a long time coming. If this is your first time watching us or listening, my name is Ashley LeRae.
I'm Taisha Renee.
River the Realtor.
And Nika W.
Yes, and today we wanted to do an episode because 9 times out of 10, if you're watching this, you're either a new agent or somebody who's looking to get into real estate, and maybe you think this is an easy job or it's going to make you quick money, and that is not the case. So we wanted to
immediately no.
Yeah, we wanted to dedicate a whole episode about the cold hard truth about being a realtor, being an entrepreneur, because there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
I'm glad you said entrepreneur too, because even though, of course, we're looking at people, interested in real estate, buyers, sellers, that stuff, this kind of goes across the board for everybody who's an entrepreneur.
Exactly, especially during COVID when everyone decided to kind of take that leap into entrepreneurship. I feel like there's a lot of things that people didn't tell us.
Right. Yeah, and Beyonce done said, quit your 9 to 5 and be an entrepreneur. So
I can't listen to Beyonce.
You cannot listen to somebody making that much more money.
So I know a lot of people are listening, so you need to listen to this.
She's queen, but no.
I bet you them checks that Biden did.
Okay. And you know what's so crazy? I just saw a tweet the other week that went viral where this girl said that real estate is the BBL of careers. And I was like,
because everybody got one, everybody wants.
Yeah. Like she used to be a model girl, now she's a realtor. I see that all the time.
I'm not you telling on me.
Okay.
But yes, and it's so funny because I responded to the tweet and I said, I feel like real estate is such a glamorized industry and no one really knows what it takes to be an agent, or like it's a lot. So
it's not for the weak.
Okay, please insert Timberland Man True Fees. I'm tired. I'm tired.
So one of the main topics, and I'm sure we've all experienced this, is you have to prepare for the unexpected, right? With real estate, things can like fall through at the very last hour, the last minute. Like you could be banking on a deal to close and then the day before closing.
At closing. It doesn't close. Right. At the table.
I don't get excited until the very, very last document is signed because I've heard. I haven't had it happen to me, but I've heard stories. People like found out people quit their jobs like at the table. So now you don't qualify for the house because
I tell people this all the time. This is one of the very few. Well, entrepreneurship in general is one of the few things that you can work your 40 hours a week and still not see a check. I feel like a lot of people think that because we get up and go to work every day that we're immediately seeing this increase in our accounts. And baby, when I say just like a closing, it take about 30 days. Like, that is literally no joke. On last week's episode, I said that, and people are like, "Wow, y'all do all of this and may not get paid." Yes, immediately. Yes.
And
you gotta
I feel like you just watch shows like $1 Million Listing or all the selling Tampa or whatever, and you just think like, oh, we just go show pretty houses and then we close outside of the restaurant, like go negotiate real quick and everyone's happy. Right. No, it is not.
Real estate
like
will humble you really, really quick. It will humble you, and then it will test you, and then you will see if this is the thing for you or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think when it comes to money, one thing that is really important for any entrepreneur to remember is that if you're jumping off the porch, especially like with no job and just going full throttle, you need to have a plan for your money. Not only the money that you have saved up, but the money that's coming in, right? Have a plan on how you're spending it, because you don't know when the next check is coming. And me, I don't play like that.
I don't even want to get into that, because y'all know I jumped in full head on not knowing what was going on and did not have the right savings that I should have. Honestly, just being transparent on Real Talk Atlanta.
Yeah.
But baby, when I said
it will humble you.
I was so happy to quit my job, and I was like, damn, I really want my job done. No, it is crazy.
So what do y'all do though for suggestions? I always say like at least have 6 months of your bills. Right?
For
so
sure.
You're paying, and when I say bills, I don't just mean your base rent.
Yeah,
your expensive.
If you know you smoke hookah every day,
that's not a bill. Wait.
That is a bill.
Let's be real.
That's
you
a saving for hookah?
No, not literally, not generally.
I mean, I smoke hookah, but not to.
Lifestyle.
But
this is
I think it's part of the lifestyle. Some people really go out, smoke hookah every day.
Some people smoke hookah every single day,
and you need to budget that.
Yeah.
You want to maintain your lifestyle and how you're living now. That for sure.
Definitely save, because you want to structure your business as a business plan. Like as a business. So even if you're making money, you're not losing money at at the same time. So I feel like as an entrepreneur, we don't think that, yes, you live in the 9-to-5, it's not restricted, right? However, you have to put yourself on a payroll. You're the one cutting the checks. You're the one, like that has to pay taxes and all of these things, and people don't think about it. So it's not just getting the money, but also how are you keeping your money flowing to get more wealth, which
and there's a lot of overhead, like in owning a business or in real estate that people don't think about. We have marketing. No one's marketing our business. That's on us. We have to keep our clients, maintain or nurture our clients. There's a lot of back end stuff that's very costly. So maintaining that, even like you said, after you make your money, you have to think about taxes, because as an entrepreneur, nobody's saving your money for taxes for you. So I like to try to save 30%, and it's so hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Nothing harder than seeing a check in your account and knowing that 30% of that is not even
gotta go away.
But put it aside, that IRS ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah. You don't want to play with that. You don't want to wait till you actually get big, and then that's when they're like, we here to collect.
Yeah, let me get that money.
Okay.
Let me get that money.
And not a good sight.
So as an entrepreneur, you definitely have to be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Financially ready.
Financially ready. Yeah, you have to be. The word is like skipping my mind. Like
what? What are you trying to say?
The word, like, you have discipline. You have to be disciplined. Like you have, like,
definitely disciplined. And if you're not, and you're not educated on the matter, I'll say hire an accountant. I have an accountant that's supposed to, like, kind of educate me on these things.
Right.
So
I think financially a good rule of thumb is basically figure out how much you want to allocate towards your personal spending each month, right?
Yeah.
So whether you make $100,000 this month or $0, have it set in your mind that, okay, no matter what my income is, I'm going to set aside $6,000 for myself, and do that every single month. Don't overspend, or don't put yourself in a position where you can't do what you need to do, but give yourself a hard number that you make every month, and let that other money just kind of accrue, because with entrepreneurship, anything can happen, right? We went through a global pandemic and nobody saw that coming. So set aside your exact monthly budget and work off of that. I think that's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah, you have
finances.
to. Yeah,
for sure.
And once you do that, go ahead, Nika.
I was gonna say, speaking of pandemic, as an entrepreneur, doesn't come with benefits like a 9-to-5 as far as insurance, dental. Let's get into that.
Let's get into it. And how they try to give entrepreneurs that marketplace, and that marketplace don't get you nowhere.
If you're under 26, stay on your parents' insurance forever.
Okay. Do not get off, especially if you're thinking about being. If you don't plan on being a debt 9-to-5. At least stay on that plan, because that health insurance, it can be expensive.
It's expensive. On
average, I say it range from about maybe 1 something to like maybe 4 or 5, depending on
what's going on.
Family.
Yeah, depending on the plan for you to have good quality.
Insurance.
Yeah, that's important. So once you kind of allocate those funds and you figure out like what you need to save, and you think about the cost of everything, the next thing that I always recommend is to really map out, or you can even work backwards, figure out what your goal is, so that you can maintain your lifestyle. Absolutely. So, because at the end of the day, when you're an entrepreneur, and for realtors, like you said, we don't know when our next check is coming, right? So you need to be able to go out and get leads, even if you're at a brokerage where they're giving you leads, that's fine, but you still have to nurture them, because just because you get a lead doesn't mean you're going to close, right? So you need to figure out how you're going to reach your goal in order to make money, and that's tough. It's a lot of work.
And it's kind of like why I love real estate a little bit, because it keeps me on my toes. It's like you can never put all of yourself or all of the thing on that one client. You have to keep that pipeline flowing. But it could be hit or miss. You might be working with a client, like, at the closing table, you don't get paid, and then the next client, which you should have been focused on as well, was the one that was gonna actually close and stuff like that. So you have to keep that the grind don't stop. Like hustle.
And to that point of hustle, I think one thing to remember, even though financially it's a lot different, I think one thing people fail to realize is when you're an entrepreneur, it all falls on you, right?
Right.
When you're at a 9-to-5, you have resources, you have an employer who you can seek help from and do this. When you're an entrepreneur, it's really on you to kind of map out your level of success. So I think one of the biggest things we got to remember, like in terms of being an entrepreneur, is mapping out your success and figuring out what are your goals that you're going to achieve to A, be successful, and B, like sustain your life.
Right.
Because at a 9-to-5, at 5 o'clock, 5:30, you clock out and you can just go on about your life.
Okay, go to happy hour. Go to hookah. The check is coming every Friday. Let's not get into that.
It is not like that. And I tell you, I'm sure we all work like a lot.
No,
which really gets to another point of being an entrepreneur is time management. You know, like, how do you manage your time? How are you planning to manage your time? Because at first for me, I really struggled with, oh my God, I have all this time. Like, what do I do with it? And also, I have so little time. So I really do get tricked out myself sometimes, because with real estate, you would have one week that's slow, and then you have another week that's like, oh my God, like, I don't have anything on the move. So really, like, always have a schedule that can work for both, where you're still productive for both weeks. You gotta know it's your business, so you should know like what really works.
But when you have that break, I feel like don't feel bad.
Like
take
so
the break.
It's easy to feel guilty.
Yeah, because you can easily.
Nika said you can literally feel like you have nothing to do, but then have so much to do. Because in reality, nobody tells you what to do in your business. So if you wake up one day and think, I'm not doing anything today, that's on you. But also, when you have a million things to do and you cannot figure out how to like get it all done or tackle it, that's also on you. So I'm big on like, one thing about me is I know my deficiencies, right? So I'm really big on like hiring some help or like asking for help. Like I know like with social media, y'all know I kind of struggle in that area a little bit. And early on, I just kind of realized like that's something I need to hire somebody to help delegate. Because I spent 6 hours making that one TikTok and that my whole day. I can't do it.
Can you put this together in the room for me?
Don't take me another 6 hours. Don't call me. That is so true, because now I feel like I need to hire somebody to help me with admin and follow up. That's my weakness.
And that's a good point to all entrepreneurs. You need to realize your weakness and do what needs to be done to pick it up and then focus on your strengths.
Don't let that be the downfall of your business.
Ain't
nothing wrong with asking for help when you know you need it, especially your business, because this is how you're.
You can't be everywhere at the same time. Like especially you can't be showing homes, then follow up, then at the closing table. You know, once you can really start as a one. I mean, right now it's just me, but I've been talking to someone to kind of help me, because you know business is growing. So you have to know, okay, I'm monitoring my business. This is the time to hire help. Which helps as an entrepreneur, because then you're going is gonna be biting you in your own butt, actually.
And we work with so many different people in this industry. Like you have to even know how to build relationships with people, right? That's super important. If you have to network, or even having people on a team or something, that's really what's going to make your business strong.
Let's talk about the networking in real estate.
Oh, that's
being an entrepreneur.
It's all about who you know and not what you know. And I feel like that's a motto in like 9 to 5 entrepreneur, realtor. You got a boutique. It is not about what you know; it's about who you know. Seriously,
and especially an entrepreneur, because you got to think about it, right? If you are working a 9 to 5 job, whether you know the lady who offers on the right or the left of you, as long as you do your work, you're gonna get your money. But like in real estate or being an entrepreneur, like if you're not networking, building your client base, building your business, your brand,
getting your name out there.
You can't be a silent agent.
Because if someone's recommending you, I feel like the first thing somebody's gonna do is like go look you up.
Exactly.
If they can't find you or don't see any or no one can vouch for you, then 9 times out of 10 they're not gonna seek out your business.
So true.
Yeah.
And in real estate, so many agents want to be like a luxury agent, right?
Yeah.
And it's a lot, like, to even hit that luxury market. You have to. It's not necessarily about what you know, it's who you know. You know, so even if you want to hit like a certain type of niche market or something, you have to know certain people, or put yourself in those rooms and able to
where
do that.
Those luxury buyers and sellers are going to be.
If you want to sell $1 million homes, you need to be where people who are buying $1
million homes
are.
Right.
When y'all figure out exactly what it is, y'all tell me.
Let me know.
No, facts. And going back to the fact that, you know, real estate is a relationship based business. When you first start out as a new agent, don't get freaked out if things are not happening as quickly, because you need to start building your relationship. So a good thing, if you are trying to become an agent, right? So my teacher always told me, before you even pass your exam, everybody needs to know that you are a realtor already, like people in your family, people are in your church, because once you get your license, then that relationship is already there and they can already call you.
So influence, the people around you, that's your first point of contact in your business.
Immediately.
As soon as you get that license, hey everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna say, I don't know about telling them before, because if it take you,
no, you have to know that you're gonna pass. You know, like you have to be serious about it.
People knocking on your door like, so are you? And you like,
you ready? I'm ready to buy, but just
right.
You know, it's okay.
You just gotta know, like even if you start, you know, like picking brokerages and stuff, like already get the word out of there. And also don't always focus on like luxury or he needs, because you're gonna have to start slow. You have to start. It doesn't always happen, you know, but your sphere of influence does help.
I actually said this like a few times, but this is not a business of instant. Entrepreneurship is not a business of instant gratification.
Right.
It's not like, and for those who do, I commend you, but a lot of the times you're not just going to jump in and start seeing hundreds of $1,000s, these large commissions or these big payouts. You have to start somewhere, and I tell people all the time, a lot of the people I started with in my business who weren't even ready my first year or did leases my first year are buying houses now. Because I had to start somewhere, and I nurtured those relationships into people who became, you know, big payout clients. So I feel like you have to start somewhere and not be afraid to, you know, work the business you have. You also, to me, have to not be afraid where if you're in a position as an entrepreneur and you're not seeing like the return, go get a job.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Back it up.
Yeah.
Back it up.
Back it up.
But don't give up. Back it up, but don't give up.
Yeah.
Know the goal, you
That's
know,
not a
but you
bad
can
thing.
have something on the side to kind of like fund your goals. I'm really big on that.
Because I went back and got a job.
I know that's right.
Sorry, I had a goal that I wanted to buy a house. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get back
that
on
job.
Because y'all know y'all need.
Let's talk about
If you
it.
want to buy a house, if you have not watched all the episodes prior to, you need to, because you know what it comes with. You have to have employment, and sometimes as an entrepreneur, a 1099, that's not going to do it. I too worked a full-time job in the first half of the year because I needed my house.
Yes.
That is not why I left my place of employment. However, you need it,
And I'm not leaving mine, but you know.
And my business or my job funded my business. Like that's how I was able to like do photo shoots or like do things I wanted to, marketing and stuff. That was just helpful.
And I feel like
time.
the things you learn in a 9-to-5 are applicable to
You can
your
apply
entrepreneurship.
it.
So like,
Yeah.
there's definitely lessons that you can learn as working with a business and, you know, transfer them over to your own personal business.
Yeah, skills are definitely transferable. I think a lot of times people think because we're entrepreneurs, we can act how we want to act, dress how we want to dress.
Not a realtor.
And that professionalism that you learn in a workplace is transferable across your business. You still have to learn how to deal with different personalities.
Right.
You have to
Different
learn how
people.
to just accommodate and assimilate and just learn how to be the person everybody wants you guys to be. So
Even 10 times better because now everything falls on you, not a company, you know, or not a like industry.
Right.
So yeah, definitely look out for that.
Yeah. And so my last point that I wanted to make about having a job is that even if you have to like stay there for most agents, I should say, they typically quit within a year because they realize how hard this industry is, right? So there's no problem with getting a job until your business is where you want it to be or until you scale. So that's my biggest thing that I wanted to mention.
I love that.
Because I didn't
show
sell my first home.
Of
How many? 85%? That's a lot.
Don't make it past their first year.
And
And
then
then
we talk
keep it but keep it so accountable. Like, they may not have liked it. They just may not have liked it.
You realize it. Yes. And we doing it. We keep it
and
going.
even more people don't make it past like 5 years. So we'll see what happens.
Well, let me get there.
Hello.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
ladies in a few years.
Right. That was good. So just a quick recap of everything we talked about. If you want to be an agent or an entrepreneur, the first thing is really kind of mapping out your finances and figuring out how you need to save money and allocate it towards your business and personal saving. Because I know I didn't sell my first home, just to be transparent, until like 8 months after I got my license. So it takes time.
Yeah.
And then the second thing to remember is that
You need to manage your time wisely.
manage your time.
Manage your time. Yeah.
And also knowing the importance of networking, remembering that who you know is just as important as what you know when you're building your brand, building your business, and of course making that money.
Right.
Yeah.
And one last little gem, like even outside of finances, just make sure you're in it because that's your passion and that you
Yes.
genuinely enjoy it because even the money's not going to keep you there.
It's not gonna keep you there. Not the money.
Look, the type of stress this
No,
is
real
bringing on
estate-
me.
Mental
Real
is
estate
more
be-
important.
The
If
money
I
won't
love
even
it.
be worth it at that point.
Listen,
So yeah,
real estate will have you in the shower crying
I'm crying.
with your clothes on.
Whoa.
Listen, I had I had a couple deals.
Okay, let's talk. Oh,
Yeah.
we get together.
And think about how many times have y'all ever had to like forfeit some of your commission just to get the deal to work?
Okay.
Like, I don't
I
even
ain't
care
doing
about
that.
the money. Okay, maybe it's just me. I gotta get
No,
there.
no.
Passion really does push you, and I love it.
It does. It does. So on to the question of the day.
Ashley Ray.
I knew y'all was gonna say that. So for today's question, and just to remind you, in case you've never watched the show, we do this segment called Question of the Day, where our audience submits questions to us via email. You can submit those at realtalkatlpod at Gmail, that was a mouthful, or on Instagram at Real Talk Atlanta. So if you submit a question, it could be anything personal or real estate related, and we answer it on the show.
But y'all know the motto.
Keep it cute.
You got to.
Keep it mute.
So for today's question, someone asked, they wanted to know, what is it like, how would we recommend sellers prepare to list their home on the market?
I think that's a really good follow-up from one of our previous episodes. First and foremost, call me.
Yeah,
that's the first step.
Get a realtor
just
to
prepare
get
yourself to list is like putting yourself in contact or aligned with a realtor who can really guide you and make sure it's priced appropriately, looks appropriately, and gets the right eyes on it.
Yep.
And for me, is deep clean.
Clean.
Clean. Whether you're planning on staging the home or not staging the home or having it vacant, please deep clean, because
listen, nasty.
And declutter, because people don't realize, like, buyers cannot really picture themselves in a home if all they can see is your stuff, right? There's no way they can see that.
Or dust.
That too, they're sneezing in the house, like they're not gonna want the house. So yes, that's very, very important. That was gonna be mine too. You need to declutter. That's my biggest thing. No one wants to see like I mean, some people might like it, but your whole kitchen cabinet got like
your family pictures.
Oh yeah, pictures too. You need to like depersonalize the home.
Depersonalize.
Oh yeah,
for
sure. And I agree with River, to make sure you hire someone that's going to prepare you to get your maximum profit with what you need to upgrade, what you need to clean, what you need to fix up, and
And I also just want to say, be realistic too. I feel like a lot of sellers, they just pull numbers out of their
greedy.
It's their babies. I've had this for a long time. This is my
or
first
they
home.
might just even want to sell their home for like this astronomical price that the comps just don't support. You have to be realistic and listen to your agent. We're the ones here to guide you because we know what the market is like. So it's important.
Yep. Absolutely.
So that wraps up today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 20.
Yes, our big 20.
We have a big announcement too.
But you gotta check it out on Instagram.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Say it just yet. You have to watch the next episode or follow us on Instagram. We'll be announcing a big giveaway that we're doing because we love you guys so much and appreciate you for supporting us. So.
Yeah, thank you for the support always.
Yes.
Cheers to 20.
Cheers to 20. We made it, girls.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.